One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Centennial Bank Stadium in Jonesboro, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Broncos' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Red Wolves offense will go to work first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Boise State's offense has the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the...
Touchdown, Broncos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Fires to the big fella. Let's think for a second about Arkansas State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year, that teams come out of nowhere. And they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Red Wolves are flying down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Dalton. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hooks. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Fires to the right. He's got it. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Bates. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Madsen. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking for the score! Trying to bull his way in. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Red Wolves will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Pucks it out of the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
Pulls it in. It's Hooks. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. And the Red Wolves send out the punt unit. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. The give to the tailback. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like, first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
To the air, it's Madsen. It's complete on the right side. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Terry. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The Broncos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Firing to the right, complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Riley. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Broncos will move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. The give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Broncos!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Guys, you think about where Arkansas State is as a program. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And here comes the punt team. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Complete. Oh, a lot of space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They keep pushing forward, down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Quickly complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48, and an explosive play gets this offense working.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He's got the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. A first down for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Dalton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun on third down. Using the quick game. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the offense just going to spike it here. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Red Wolves will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. Now on third down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Broncos have their offense in high gear.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
and I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Madsen. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
On the run, it's Riley. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 4th down attempts. They'll try it again. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Just a short pass to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Got it behind the line. It's Hooks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the air, it's Rayner. He's going to throw deep right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Motion from the back. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Arkansas State!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And that was knocked away. The defender did a really good job. I would argue maybe he could have put his hands on that and caught it, but there's a reason he plays defense, but definitely a forced throw.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
He's got him this time. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Broncos are rolling down the field. Just a little off. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Makes the grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll throw it from the red zone. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got the quick completion. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up. Wants to keep it in the air. Completes it in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The inside handoff. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Let's think for a second about Arkansas State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you.
Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Right on the money. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Finds his tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. Got his man on the right. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could only...
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. Off play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires on the run. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And the Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Makes the grab on the left. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Just keep slinging it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.